Hello, everybody.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Oakland Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 57 yards.
Here we go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. To throw here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Jerry Rice no longer holds that top spot. Touchdown reception number 198 gives us a new career leader.
And this guy, we know, is headed to Canton. And when he gets there for his induction speech, this will be his walkout video. This catch right here where he broke the record of the incomparable Jerry Rice.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on first down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Swing pass caught. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in.
Here we go now.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Going to give this time to the tailback. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Third and goal now. The defense looking to hold serve again. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles, and they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Now they'll run it on the toss. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go. No. Check. Here we go. 3-19.
And the wideout in motion.
No. Check. Patriot. Back that it up, Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. Detroit.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Oakland. 41 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their jobs, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield. And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. He won't go down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be third down. On third down, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is taken at the 23. Oh, able to avoid him. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
He completes it to Hunter. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to float this one. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. 33 yards.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
Yeah, I think you're right, partner. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll run it on the taunts. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the silver and black continue to roll.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going to...
And the Raiders have got him. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second down, Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott from the gun. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chain. First down, Prescott. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Prescott yet again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And again, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he has the first. Down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cowboys have really struggled out of the gate here. The Raiders have done a good job taking control of this game, and the scoreboard shows as much. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Raiders have it at the 9. The connection is made in the middle of the field. And this play will go for 6 as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Now 1st and 10. The hurry throw would be picked off. Fuller's happy to come away with the pick and end the drive. Offense now with the shot after the interception. This run will go off the left side, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. That puts them on top by 14. Moving down to late in the first. He stays up the middle on the run, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score as they go up here at 21-0. Jones is set up for the punt, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. The Raiders up now by 28. 1st and 10. Coverage breaks down on the deep pass. After the long pass, he'll score. The blowout rolls on. Raiders on offense midway through the second. The long ball will find his mark here, and he'll end up at the 30-yard line before being tackled. Raiders still on the field. It's going to be a run play here. And he capped off the long drive with the TD.
Okay, Larry, a fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught at the 20. A big play that time for the Raiders. 49 yards.
Leopard! Switch! Set! Blue 90! Black 99 Philly! Here we go! Leopard! No, check!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll set up a throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
And this is the kind of day a running back dreams of. They keep handing him the ball, and he keeps taking it in for touchdowns.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A big play there on the catch and run. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys claw one back.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it. After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just change. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he motions the wide receiver. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Prescott over the middle. That's caught by Taylor. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Prescott. Hits his target, Hunter. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Prescott on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Skirts by him at the 35. There he goes left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Oakland. 41 yards on the ground.
Check. Patriot. All right, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Taking it in. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Prescott now on second down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Third and short yardage. Prescott over the middle, complete. It's Hunter. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll throw again. Prescott throwing the slant pattern here complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing right, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A second down throw for Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Prescott looks to throw on first. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. To throw is Prescott. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, he shifts past him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Joe Mixon, a touchdown run to help lead the way.
Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. No. Jack Patriot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Lutz now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action.